Your brain works harder during certain sleep stages than when awake. Contrary to popular belief, these stages aren't about rest. During REM sleep, your brain's energy consumption rivals waking levels. While you sleep, neurons in the pons fire rapidly, creating vivid dreams and consolidating memories. This neural activity isn't passive. Neurotransmitters like acetylcholine surge, facilitating synaptic plasticity. REM accounts for about 20% of adult sleep, yet supports vital memory and mood regulation. Brainwave patterns in REM closely resemble those in wakefulness, hinting at its dynamic nature. Energy isn't restored during this phase, it's redirected to neural processing. REM, not a restful phase, is a cerebral workout. You might think sleep is a uniform state, but it's a complex cycle. The sleep cycle, about 90 minutes per iteration, is a dance between NREM and REM stages. During the deepest NREM stage, slow-wave sleep, your body's glymphatic system clears waste from brain tissue. This system increases interstitial space by up to 60%, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to wash away toxic proteins like beta-amyloid. This clearance isn't a trickle, it's a robust cleansing action. The process is far more dynamic and crucial than simply deep sleep. Beta-amyloid accumulation, linked to Alzheimer's, underscores the importance of this nightly purging. Sleep isn't just refreshment, it's detoxification. Fatigue isn't just from not enough sleep, it's your brain's adenosine clock. As you're awake, adenosine levels rise, binding to receptors and increasing sleep pressure. This isn't a vague tiredness, it's a precise biochemical buildup. Caffeine temporarily blocks these receptors, masking fatigue but not reducing adenosine. By bedtime, adenosine has primed your neurons for sleep. It's this buildup that dictates your sleep need, not simply time spent awake. Interestingly, adenosine clears during sleep, specifically during NREM, allowing you to awaken refreshed. Sleep isn't just rest, it's biochemical reset, dictated by precise molecular interactions. Cortisol, a stress hormone, has a daily rhythm, peaking upon waking. Known as the cortisol awakening response, this surge helps you feel alert. Far from a stress signal, this spike is natural, preparing your metabolism and immune system for the day. Levels begin rising about 30 minutes before waking, regulated by the suprachiasmatic nucleus, your body's master clock. A 2019 study in chronobiology with 120 participants confirmed this pattern. Disruption of this rhythm, such as through irregular sleep schedules, can impair alertness and cognition. Sleep isn't just the absence of wakefulness, it's a finely tuned hormonal orchestration. Sleep cycles are far from mere on-off switches. They're orchestrated by oscillator genes like clock and BMAL1. These genes regulate circadian rhythms by controlling the expression of proteins that signal sleep and wake states. Mutations in these genes can alter sleep patterns dramatically. A 2018 study in genetics identified these mutations affecting sleep duration in a cohort of over 1,000 individuals. The feedback loop they create influences the timing and quality of sleep, not just quantity. Your sleep pattern isn't just when you sleep, it's genetically blueprint-driven, dictated by an intricate molecular clock. Adenosine kinetics play a pivotal role in sleep regulation. Inside your neurons, adenosine triphosphate, ATP, breakdown increases adenosine levels. This accumulation acts as a molecular signal for sleepiness. Adenosine binding to its receptors inhibits wake-promoting neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine. The process isn't just chemical, it's spatial, affecting synaptic communication. During sleep, adenosine levels decrease, particularly in NREM stages, resetting your brain's alertness. A 2021 study involving neuroimaging showed adenosine's spatial dynamics in modulating brain activity during sleep transitions. Sleep isn't just passive, it's an active clearance process at the molecular level. The glymphatic system is more than a waste disposal unit. During NREM sleep, astrocytes shrink, creating channels for cerebrospinal fluid to flush the brain. This clearance removes metabolic waste, including tau and amyloid proteins. A 2013 study using advanced imaging captured these waste excretions, showing a 60% increase in fluid exchange compared to wakefulness. The process is dependent on aquaporin 4 channels, a specific protein facilitating fluid movement. Without deep sleep, these proteins can't function optimally, allowing toxic buildup. This isn't just about rest. It's a vital maintenance mechanism, working at a cellular level to protect neural health. Circadian oscillator genes, such as PER and CRY, maintain your body's internal clock. These genes function in a transcription-translation feedback loop, dictating sleep-wake cycles. The molecular mechanisms involve protein synthesis and degradation, precisely timed over 24 hours. Disruption here can severely alter sleep patterns and overall health. A 2020 study demonstrated circadian misalignment affecting glucose metabolism and cognitive function in shift workers. The molecular clock isn't just theoretical, it has tangible effects. Sleep is a manifestation of genetic rhythms, not merely a behavior. Each gene's expression contributes to the timing and quality of sleep cycles. The cortisol awakening response is fine-tuned by neural pathways. This response involves the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal (HPA) axis, a complex neuroendocrine system. Upon waking, the hypothalamus signals the pituitary gland to release adrenocorticotropic hormone (ACTH), prompting cortisol release from the adrenal glands. This is not just a hormonal surge, it's a cascade of neural signals. A 2017 study involving salivary cortisol measurements in 200 subjects verified this peak's role in morning alertness. Without it, cognitive performance suffers. Sleep isn't just a break from stress, it's a precursor to hormonal preparation for wakefulness. REM stage memory consolidation is a neural symphony. During REM, the hippocampus and neocortex engage in a dialogue to strengthen memory traces. This involves long-term potentiation, LTP, a process where synaptic connections are strengthened. Neurotransmitters like acetylcholine surge, facilitating memory integration. A 2022 neuroimaging study tracked these synaptic changes, highlighting REM's role in learning. The brain's electrical activity, particularly theta waves, supports synaptic remodeling. REM isn't just dreaming, it's a cerebral workshop for memory processing. This stage is essential for emotional regulation and problem-solving, linking daily experiences into long-term memories. Chronic sleep debt isn't just about feeling tired. It alters gene expression, affecting over 700 genes, including those related to immunity and stress responses. A 2013 study involving 26 participants showed that a week of sleep restriction changed gene activity significantly. Sleep debt also impacts insulin sensitivity, increasing the risk of metabolic disorders. It's not just a lack of rest, it's a systemic disruption. Acute sleep deprivation, on the other hand, can lead to microsleeps, brief lapses in attention that your brain cannot control. The effects aren't merely accumulative, they're immediate and physiologically profound. Sleep loss is a genetic and metabolic disturbance. Sleep tracking apps often miss the depth of polysomnography findings. While apps estimate sleep stages using movement and heart rate, polysomnography measures brainwave activity directly. A 2019 study with 50 subjects found that apps misclassified REM sleep 30% of the time. The insights from electroencephalography, EEG, are indispensable for accurate sleep stage identification. Apps offer convenience but lack precision, often failing to capture sleep architecture intricacies. They simplify a complex interplay of neural activity. True sleep assessment requires detailed brain monitoring, not just peripheral indicators. The gap between consumer technology and clinical tools remains significant. The wellness industry promotes sleep aids that often lack scientific backing. Melatonin supplements, widely used, aren't a universal solution. A 2020 review found mixed results, with efficacy varying by individual and condition. Unlike endogenous melatonin, synthetic versions can disrupt natural circadian rhythms if misused. Sleep medications like benzodiazepines alter sleep architecture, reducing restorative slow-wave sleep. Behavioral interventions, such as cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, are more effective long-term. Sleep isn't just about aids, it's about understanding the biological rhythms and patterns. Misguided solutions can lead to more harm than benefit. Long-term sleep deprivation affects brain structure. A 2014 study using MRI scans on 15 healthy adults found reductions in gray matter in areas involved in memory and cognition. The hippocampus, critical for memory formation, shows reduced volume with prolonged sleep loss. These changes aren't just theoretical, they're visible and measurable. Chronic deprivation alters neural pathways, affecting synaptic plasticity. It's not merely a cognitive decline, it's a structural alteration in the brain. Sleep isn't just a nightly reset, it's crucial for maintaining brain integrity over time. The effects of deprivation extend beyond mere fatigue. A 2018 study published in Science Advances found sleep duration's genetic correlation with lifespan. Examining over 116,000 genome-wide associations, researchers linked short sleep duration with increased mortality risk. This genetic predisposition to shorter sleep is associated with various health risks, including cardiovascular issues. The study highlights sleep not just as a lifestyle habit, but as a genetic marker for health outcomes. Sleep's role in longevity isn't anecdotal, it's rooted in our DNA. These findings challenge the notion that sleep duration is purely behavioral. Sleep's impact is profound, extending to genetic and long-term health implications.